You're listening to the Otis Jiry channel.
CODY'S Bet by Richard E. Harding. Narrated by Otis Jiry. Well, here we are, or rather here I am, on this year's spooky Halloween show brought to you by Scott and Cody's midnight radio show deep in Plumas County, California. Cody bet me I wouldn't run the 3-hour show alone in this spooky shack here in Prudence Wood, the scene of the multiple murder back in 1980. He should have known better than bet me that. I must say, the feeling I have actually being here is a whole lot different to talking about it, not helped by it being so remote and mountainous. All my recording and transmission gear was loaded into my SUV with Cody's help last night. It was left for me to figure out how to unload it into this derelict cabin, but I managed it with the help of a bottle of JD No. 7. The diesel generator's running from a nearby shed, and I'm ready to play the first track at 10 past midnight with CCR in the machine, and I'm terrified. Stay on the air with me to hear what happens. Cody wouldn't come anywhere near the place. He's back home in Indian Falls with his radio tuned in. The cabin was supposed to have been demolished years ago, but we heard that it had survived from a local group of adventurers. They hunt out these spooky old places to explore and video for their YouTube channel. For my listeners who may be interested, the murders here were very similar to the Cabin 28 murders in Keddie, just a year later in 1981 and not too far from here. Some say they were all butchered by the same person or persons, and all the mutilated bodies here at Prudence Wood were found in the living room where I've set up my gear on a couple of old tables. I wish I hadn't taken the bed now. Still, I'm here and my fans are hopefully hearing this okay, so it'll all be worth it, if I survive. It's so dark outside, but no witches or demons as of yet. What was that crash? No, only kidding. Okay, folks, as promised, here's Creedence, Bad Moon Arising. Wait. That was the noise outside. Right. I'm sure Cody followed me out here to goof around and scare the crap out of me. Just the sort of thing he'd do. Can you folks wait a few minutes for Creedence while I check this out? I'll leave the mic on. Going out with the radio mic to investigate who's messing around. Temperatures dropped a lot in the last hour from when I was out here last wiring up the generator. Hey, Cody! I know it's you. Come on in here, you jackass. Cody! Cody! Oh, going back in. Too cold. Okay, Cody? Damn, the door is locked. I didn't lock it, so Cody must have sneaked in. Looking in the window now. Cody, on the floor. Let me get a better look. Gotta get in there. Switching off the mic. We're not alone. The broadcast ended there, with most listeners thinking it was part of the scary Halloween show. A few called in to say they were worried and what had happened. Cody's younger brother answered to say he heard the broadcast too, but there was no recording at the studio to go over for clues. News that Scott's girlfriend, Kayla, was supposed to be at Cody's place, but according to his brother, he was alone. Unable to get back into the cabin, Scott huddled next to the generator for some warmth, bumping into the cutout. With the cabin lights now off, an eerie silence accompanied the dense darkness, and he felt in his pocket for his truck keys with numb fingers and switched on the engine and headlights. The moment the headlights came on, he saw movement beside the cabin and strained his eyes to focus. Desperate to check out Cody, he hacked down the door with a wood axe. Cody! Cody! Are you okay? Stuck in his neck was a replica sword letter opener, Cody's letter opener, Scott had used on numerous occasions back at the studio. Cody was dead. The sound of fingernails dragging down glass made him look up to see a hand pull away from the window. Rushing outside, a collapsed Kayla lay huddled beneath the window. "Scott, I'm so sorry." "For what? What the hell happened? Did you stab Cody?" "It's all I could do to stop him, to get rid of him, to get him off me. We planned to spook you out during the broadcast, so we stayed in another old shack near here and waited, listening out for your car engine. We both had a bit too much to drink, and Cody couldn't keep his bloody hands off me. We snuck in when you were looking outside and hid in the back. I'd brought along the paper knife because I wanted some protection with me out here, so I pushed it into the top of my boot. I know I shouldn't have dealt with Cody better, but I just felt overwhelmed and helpless, so I instinctively pulled it out ready. I don't remember using it. I must have just jabbed it at him when I could reach, and then he stumbled into the main room and slumped over with a groan. I ran out and locked the door looking for you, but got scared." "Oh my God, Kayla. I understand, but it's so sad. Let's get inside. Goodness knows what my listeners thought had happened." The generator outside started up on auto restart, and the opening chords of Bad Moon Rising played through the monitors as it broadcast. "I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way." In that moment of confusion, she slipped the knife out of Cody's neck and into Scott's carotid, relishing in the look of disbelief imprinted upon his face, hysterically splashing in his spluttering blood. Prudence Wood, then Keddy, and now Prudence Wood again on Halloween. She had now surely earned her passage back through the porthole to the dark side.